Hello everyone, I'm Jessica Blackbird. Welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't like it, you can give me a thumbs down. I'll take that too. So you guys, page 6 is reporting Charlie Sheen settled a 2017 HIV lawsuit for $120,000. Guess he chose settling over winning. Charlie Sheen has settled a lawsuit filed by an ex in which she claimed the actor knowingly exposed her to HIV per TMZ. So that part came from TMZ. She has reportedly been awarded $120,000 in the deal. Well, hopefully she didn't contract the disease and she was only exposed, and that's why she has such a very low settlement. That's pretty serious in my opinion. I don't know what I would have done. I mean, seriously, I probably would not have been able to control myself. I'd probably be in jail. The plaintiff, known only as Jane Doe within the legal documents, claimed through the initial filing in June 2017 that she had met Sheen in September 2015 and they began having SEX-UAL relations not long after. He allegedly used a condom at first, but as of October 26, 2015, transitioned into having unprotected SEX with the woman, who is characterized in the legal filings as a Russian immigrant. I don't know what that means. Prior to the skin-to-skin liaison, he had assured her he was fine when she asked him whether he had any SEX-UALLY transmitted diseases. However, following the act, he confessed to her that he was, in fact, HIV positive, something that he had known since 2011, and allegedly gave her pills to protect her from contracting the virus. She allegedly proceeded to seek out further preventative care at an emergency clinic before confronting him about his actions a few days later. In the argument, he supposedly described himself as noble for informing her about his HIV status in the first place, adding that he hadn't told her prior to their unprotected sex because it was none of her effing business. Wow. I'm going to finish reading this, but I'm bucking to give my opinion. He allegedly continued on to rant about how the antiviral meds weren't necessary and were part of the convenient rumors of the medical community. The whole alleged incident supposedly took place mere weeks before the Two and a Half Men star came out to the public about his having contracted the disease, as he disclosed his HIV status to Matt Lauer on the Today Show in November 2015.
But this morning, he's here to talk about something immensely personal and private. Charlie, good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
How you been?
Good, good, good. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. We've spoken a lot over the last couple.
I'm here to admit that I am, in fact, HIV positive. And I have to put a stop to this onslaught, this barrage of attacks.
This lawsuit wasn't the first filed against Sheen, claiming that he knowingly exposed a former SEX-UAL partner to HIV, nor was it the first to allege various other ignoble behaviors by the actor in the context of his romantic entanglements. Wow, Jada Pinkett made that word entanglement very popular, right? In December 2015, Sheen's ex-fiancée Scottine Ross filed another suit alleging the actor had committed assault and battery against her in the course of their relationship, with the lawsuit detailing a number of horrific instances of his alleged treatment of her, all in addition to his failure to disclose his HIV status to the model and pornographic actress who was 24 at the outset of their roughly year-long relationship. It eventually came out in 2016 that SHEEN had knowingly exposed at least 25 sexual partners to HIV after declining to inform them that he was a carrier of the virus. Attempting to defend his actions, he argued at the time that he hadn't had unprotected sex during the encounters in question. Well, you guys, first of all, when he said that it wasn't her effing business, it definitely was her effing business. Anyone who is going to lay down with another person, it is now their business if you have a disease that they can catch. So what does that say? It is our responsibilities to know for sure before we put ourselves in that situation. And yes, you can use a condom, but guess what? They don't protect you from everything. If you're touching skin to skin, which you definitely do during the act, right? You can get herpes simplex 2, which is down there, just from skin to skin contact. And now there's monkeypox that you can catch from skin to skin contact, even if they're not displaying the rash or the big pustules at that moment. It's still contagious that way. So, and then, from the sweat, it's also contagious. It's body fluid, right? So it is all of our responsibility. And, I'll let you guys in on like some of my private personal stuff. I had been married for so long, since high school. When I started to date after my divorce, I was already in my 40s, and I was not going to put my life in danger. So before I made the commitment to put myself in that situation, my now husband, he had to go to the doctor with me, and we were tested for everything from A to Z. Because remember, you guys, I already have health issues. I've had cancer, and I need a kidney transplant. So I was not going to put myself in a position to be walking around with something else. And we were both fine. That is the way I think that it should be done, because that person gets to see your results and you get to see their results in real time when those results come in. And if you tell the doctor, yes, I want them here with me, then they cannot say, privacy or whatever. So that is my suggestion in that situation. Yes, he's the main person to blame for not telling about his issue, his disease. But it is also all of our responsibility not to put ourselves in that position. And it's so crazy how you can sit and talk with people and talk about stuff like this, and they don't look at famous, wealthy people as someone who could be walking around with a very contagious and deadly disease. I don't care what they say about it's not deadly anymore. It certainly is. There's this young girl who was a model. She was in a lot of videos. She hung out with rappers. I think I'll do a video about it. I'm not sure, but she just came out maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. She had HIV for over 10 years and did not know it. She only found out once it had changed over to AIDS, okay? She started having diarrhea, fainting, fevers. She was wasting away, and she lost all ability to take care of herself. She was dying, and she did not know that she had it. She had gone to tons of doctors, and nobody actually tested her for it until the last hospital that she went to. Because by then, it was looking like, okay, they've tested her for everything. She has to be tested for that. So It's pretty sad. So good-looking people, people with money and influence can be walking around with lots of things that can kill you or harm you. Those young women put themselves in that position. They had a choice and they made their choice. They made their decision. But another thing I want to talk about, so many people go to jail for not disclosing their status. Why is it that these women are suing him and complaining? And it turned out to be true that he wasn't telling them. Why hasn't he been charged with anything? Why? Does Charlie Sheen have something on a lot of, big wigs? Does he know something? Because if he were some lower level actor, he would be under the jail. How is it that Harvey Weinstein, with his disgusting self, went to jail? He had a lot of power. But this guy really did expose people and treated people horribly. He did things to these women and they allowed it. I'll say they allowed it because they went right back, But how is it that he hasn't gone to jail? Let's talk about it in the comments, you guys. I'll see you there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. I'll take that too. All right, bye. For entertainment purposes only.